I do believe that the use of anti e-cigarette marketing would work just based on the history of, for example, cigarettes. Back in the 30s, 40s, they would advertise cigarettes with these sexy people, had sex appeal, everybody was doing it, people in movies were doing it. Marilyn Monroe, the woman of her time, was always smoking cigarettes on cigarette ads until that doctors discovered that cigarettes directly lead to cancer. So what they did with that was that they put out advertisements, case studies, and just made it so widespread that they even made it a law that if you advertise cigarettes, you can't say that it's good for you. You have to tell them the negative side effects of it. And on top of that, they made advertisements patronizing cigarettes, making it look like it was an ugly, bad, gross thing to do. And that significantly slowed down the sales of cigarettes. And our generation was supposed to be the generation that stopped the chain. I do think that if vaping is not glamorized and there are advertisements showing showing the negative effects of it, products should say the negative effects on it, which I think they are starting to do, and showing people in the media, like movies, TV, social media, saying that's disgusting, don't do that, don't have like a good looking person using an e-cig, and that should slow down the sales and make it not as attractive.
You suggest that raising taxes may serve as a deterrent to buying e-cigarettes for young people. What is the likelihood that this will receive mass support by voters? We think that the likelihood of this receiving mass support is very high. This is because voters are aged over 18, and this population generally believes that young people and teenagers that are 13, 14, 15, etc., should not be having such easy access to e-cigarettes and other tobacco products. Because of this, we think that many voters will agree to pass the bill to raise taxes on cigarettes so that young people will no longer have as easy an access to cigarettes as they do now.
If I were to design an anti-e-cigarette campaign, it would have to be subtle. Just strictly telling someone you can't do this doesn't work, and that's just shown throughout history. But with this, don't say you can't do it, say this is what happens when you do it, and make the people in the ad, if you use models, they shouldn't be attractive. Also talk about the long-lasting effects that it can have on your health, and just make it like the cinematography, if you will, the filter, dark and dreary. Don't make it cringy. Don't try to relate to young people doing this, because that never works. That's just going to get laughed at. Make it quick, subtle, professional, and efficient.
So we think that the best platform to use to reach our target audience is through the app Instagram. And the reason why Group 4 thinks that Instagram is the best options is because Instagram is it's a widely used app. A lot of youngsters, teenagers, adults our age, as well as parents, sometimes even grandparents, use Instagram as a way to look at pictures or to scroll through and see how our friends are doing. And usually Instagram have those ads that pops up if it's relevant. So let's say since our topic is nicotine against teenagers, Instagram can modify the ads to reach our target audience, and in this case, teenagers who are addicted to nicotine.